When you're looking for true, genuine, real friends, it helps to know what the steps before that look like and to know what you should be looking for to know that you're on the right path. I have been using this friendship pyramid. This friendship pyramid has been really helpful for me to think about my friendships in a different way. I think it's a really great way to reflect and kind of assess your friendship and to know which friendships you should be putting more of your effort in. First, I'm going to explain what the friendship pyramid is, and then second, we'll go into how it can benefit you and your friendships. Bottom layer of the friendship pyramid is acquaintances. This can probably be considered anyone and everyone you've ever talked to, maybe interacted with. Everyone can be an acquaintance. I'm not gonna spend too much time here because that's basic. I guess like just talking to someone is that first step. I think you can call them an acquaintance. The next layer up is going to be your casual friends. To me, this is people that you hang out with time to time, people that are in your friend group, but you don't really like, it doesn't go much deeper than that. I think it can either be people that you see often, maybe if you're in high school or college, these can all be considered casual friends if you're hanging out, if you're making plans together to go do stuff. And I also think there's a part of casual friends that are friends that maybe you know mostly on like social media or just people that you might just message because you have had things in common and it's not anything further because you just haven't had that time to build a friendship, but in your mind you really like them and it could potentially go somewhere. Close friends and casual friends can have some like mixing. A close friend to me is someone who you align with on some values, some morals. If you can consider someone a close friend, you've probably gotten to a point where you guys can trust each other. Maybe gotten to a point where each of you have shared some of your traumas or maybe even gone through some things together where you just have more of like a close bond that has trust solidified. Now, where things get tricky is that you might hang out with the same people every weekend, and you might call them your close friend. But if you really think about it, if you don't have many values in common, it's not really a friendship that's gonna be sustainable in the long run. And this sort of thing kind of changes with age, like high school, college, like the few years out of college, you probably have a lot of close friends. Not always, sorry, a lot of, am I mixing these words up? Sorry, a lot of casual friends. I've seen this a lot where some people have their group of friends and they do, they hang out multiple times a week, every weekend, and they're doing the same thing, but that thing is centered around drinking, which no problem with, but when you're looking for close friends, you might consider those people close friends, but then later when it's not involving like substances, kind of come to realize that you don't really have much in common. Maybe you have like fun and stuff, but when you need someone to support you, when you need someone to be there for you, they're not going to be there for you, which they don't need to be. Like, you should have your casual friends who are just casual friends and not expect them to act like a close friend. It's always great to have someone that you can have fun with. Casual friends, there can be a lot of people you can have fun with or just have like enjoyable times with. Close friends is going to be smaller. Like the pyramid gets smaller as it gets to the top. Our highest level are going to be our intimate friends. We can also call these best friends. I like the sound of intimate friends because nowadays everyone is just throwing around the word best friend. And it kind of makes you rethink, like, should I be calling this person my best friend? Should they even be calling me a best friend? I don't know, something to think about. But your intimate friends, your best friends are people who you can be your full self with. Like, you don't need to have a mask on. You can totally let go. They can totally let go, and you can both see each other for who they are, and you still love and care about each other. In your lifetime, people usually have 0 to 2, 3 if you're super lucky, yeah, they're hard to come by. Oftentimes, your partner might be one of them as well. These are going to be like your lifelong friends. Now, for how to use this friendship pyramid. It is so important to go step by step on this pyramid. Like, you can't jump to the top, you can't jump close to the top, close friends. You need to make sure you go step by step when you're making a new friend, and make sure your friends, I don't even know what to call them anymore, your people that you're trying to build a friendship with also are going step by step by step. Let me give you an example. So I knew a girl, well, I guess our parents knew each other when we were babies. I don't think I have many memories before the age of 6, so I don't know her. She kind of like reached out when we're in our 20s. She had found me on social media. It seemed like we had stuff in common. When I hung out with her that like first time as adults, she kept saying stuff, basically acting as if we knew each other like really well. And we would like hang out sometimes, and then very quickly she was like referring to me as her best friend. She would keep reiterating that we like have been friends since like we were babies, which I guess you can call it that, but we were friends as babies, but not the whole 20 years during that. We would always like make it seem like we were super close friends anytime anyone asked. This friendship ended up kind of blowing up in my face. She said it herself that she, when meeting people, will tell them whatever she thinks they want to hear to build that relationship. And when someone kind of treats you like that, or like says you guys are best friends, it kind of makes you be like, maybe let me like let my guard down and things like that. But then I came to realize that her going straight from like acquaintances to best friends as fast as possible was just her way of doing whatever she could to learn about me and to learn about how I carried myself, how I think. And there are people out there that are like that. That was just one example, but now anytime I see someone like jumping from, acquaintances straight to best friends, there's some red flags there. Now, on the other hand, some people might do that, like jump from acquaintances to close friend without doing anything malicious or not doing that intentionally. They truly do want to be like a really good friend of yours, but still, if they're jumping from acquaintances to like close friends or best friends, you guys skip out on truly getting to know each other and might just be like projecting your own idea of what this person is or what they should be onto them. And if someone is doing this non-intentionally, it's a great time for you to enforce your boundaries. I had met a girl, things were going really well. I asked her what she was up to this weekend. She replied, and then I didn't get back to her for a day. And then she got mad at me for ghosting her, even though in my head I was gonna come back to it and reply to her. She needs people to text her back ASAP. But to me, we don't have any plans yet. I did apologize, but for me, that's also my boundary. When we are casual friends, no one is entitled to my time or my space. Maybe like you do expect all your close friends to like get back to you, but we hadn't even like gotten to that point where we could like understand our communication styles. So I guess to get mad at something like that is kind of jumping the gun. You wouldn't be mad at a casual friend for doing that because who cares? But even if you see potential for this person to be higher, make sure you're taking the steps so that your expectations and their expectations don't end up so mismatched. Take inventory of where your current friends lie, but realize that that's probably going to change and it's okay if it does. I think when I first did it, I wrote my friends down in the pyramid, and then it changed, like shit happened and then things got all jumbled the next 2 weeks, and I ended up just making myself upset. It's good to think about where people lie in your life and let people flow in and out of it, or up and down this pyramid as they please. and you have the right to promote and demote people. As you get to know more about them, as you understand how their actions are in line with their words, and that's okay. People can do it to you as well. Only when you start like slowly promoting as someone else is slowly promoting you, you can get to that great place of intimate best friends, and it's on a very solid foundation. This pyramid has been really helpful for me to not put unnecessary expectations on others on how they should be treating me, and to learn to enforce boundaries so that people aren't putting expectations on me that I'm not going to be able to uphold. My name is Catherine. I post self-improvement, self-development videos every week. I have other videos on friendship. I will see you guys in my next video.